Hello, my name is Ethan, and I want to talk about how gender has evolved from when Cloud 9 was written to now. I won't be focusing on specific movements, but more on gender in general, from males to females to the topic of transgender. We as a society are becoming more and more open to the concept of gender and are now dealing with issues/trauma that have accumulated over time. Let's start with the play Cloud 9 by Caryl Churchill. This play is split between two acts. Act 1 is in Africa during the 1880s, while the second half is in London during the 1980s. The biggest reason for why the play was set in these eras and portrayed as British people was the fact that when Churchill started writing the play, she actually had a workshop on sexuality and gender norms. When talking with the group, almost everyone said that they felt like they had Victorian-like expectations on how life should be. So, Churchill wanted to emulate that as best as she could. Here is a small guide to Cloud 9 that explains some of its symbols and relationships very well. I'll give you a few to look at it. Now that you've seen that, let's move on. The interesting part is when you compare the play's timeline with the present day. There are a lot of similarities, but many more differences. With people who are transgender, according to the website transhub.org, dysphoria, generally described as discomfort or uneasiness, is still a major thing today. Like in Cloud 9, there are still many people who feel that discomfort in their own bodies and are shamed into staying that way. But at the same time, people are transitioning more than ever. Personally, I know a few people who have already transitioned, while I also know people who still aren't fully out yet, but we are making progress. And the gap between female and male in jobs are becoming more and more equal. Some areas are slower than others, but there's still progress being made. Overall, Cloud 9 has a really good depiction of gender norms and sexuality, but for that time period. Now we have to look back and see how much progress we have made and keep striving for a better future.